Jess has just made me go on that.
I enjoyed it.
Absolutely so. We have just had our first ride of the day on Untamed. We were on the front row. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone. So today I'm here at a brand new theme park for myself. It's Walibi Holland here in the Netherlands. Today I'm joined by my wonderful girlfriend Jess, and yeah, neither of us have ever been to this theme park before, but I am so excited to be here today. 7 brand new roller coasters for myself, and I'll be getting on my first RMC Rocky Mountain construction coaster, and it's called Untamed. It opened last year, and I think that's where we're heading straight off. It's literally just gone 10 o'clock. In fact, it's not even 10.
No, it's not.
A few minutes early. And yeah, we're in the park now. We travelled from Amsterdam today by public transport, 2 trains and a bus. Pretty easy, wasn't it?
It's pretty straightforward, yeah.
And we're here bright and early for our day at Walibi Holland. This has been a park I've wanted to visit for quite a while. And then they opened RMC's Untamed last year, and we've made the trip today. So yeah, loads of other coasters to ride here today. We've got Lost Gravity, an amazing Mac ride, and also Goliath, which is like a big ride, and there's so many others. Like we got Speed of Sound over there. I don't know if we're being held here actually. I think we are, which gives us an even better chance to run over to Untamed. Right, I think we're just waiting here until I presume 10 o'clock, and we'll be able to go through and we'll head to Untamed. So the doors opened and literally everyone sprinted away, but we've got our first glimpse of Untamed. That's the first RMC coaster I've ever seen. So this coaster was originally just a wooden coaster called a Robin Hood, made by Vekoma. And then RMC last year, well in 2018 technically, they came in and they overhauled it. That's kind of what RMC do. They take old wooden coasters and they like revitalize them and turn them into hybrid rides. Or sometimes they do just make brand new ones, but here it is. Look at that insane banking coming out of the station. But yeah, I believe this is a record-breaking RMC as well, with 5 inversions and 14 moments of airtime. Airtime, of course, the feeling you get like when you go over a hill or like down a big drop. Oh my god, it's quite tall, isn't it, Jess? Look at the size of that. Are you excited for this though?
I'm so excited.
Oh boy. And of course this has only got lap bars, no over the shoulder restraints, so it's gonna be mad. And yeah, here we are. I've waited a long time to ride this. Right, we're just heading up to the station now. It's time to ride Untamed. We have just had our first ride of the day on Untamed. We were on the front row. What an incredible roller coaster. Genuinely think that is my new number 3 coaster. Jess?
That was amazing. That's my new number 1
New
coaster.
number 1, let's go. Honestly, that was incredible. Everything about that was just so good. The drop, the airtime. Honestly, I don't think anything in the UK compares to, like, nothing in the UK really gives you a proper good airtime feeling, in my opinion. But that is packed full of it. Literally, as I mentioned before we got on, 14 moments of airtime. You really do feel each and every one of those. The transitions are incredible. I'm in love with that ride. I cannot wait to get back on it again, hopefully, but towards the back of the train, just so those moments of airtime are even more intense. It was amazing at the front, the views are so cool, but I'm so glad to say my first RMC is ticked off, and honestly, Fort Park, you need to get one of those. I don't mean to be cliche, but honestly, now that I've rode one, that would go amazingly at Fort. And I think this was literally like 12 million. I know it was like a convert from Robin Hood to this, but if we get one of those in the UK, I'll be at whatever park gets that regularly, because that was incredible. Anything else to say, Jess? I can't wait to go back on that. What an incredible ride. I think that's worth the trip out here to the Netherlands alone. And we've got so much else to do at this park. I think we're going to try and head to Lost Gravity next. Yeah. So that'll be cool. But we'll definitely be hitting this a few more times throughout the day. Absolutely incredible roller coaster. So we've just took a short little stroll round to Lost Gravity now, which is looking insane. This is a really unique coaster. It's made by Mack, who make rides like Icon, Helix, and this is their Big Dipper model. So there aren't many of this type of coaster in the world. I think this is the first ever one to be made. Yeah, very unique ride. Very cool colour scheme, isn't it? It's like black and yellow. It's like a bumblebee. The drop looks insane. Like you literally twist down at the top and kind of come back in on yourself. It looks a bit mad, and it's got like a EDM style soundtrack as well by Mr. Polskar, I believe. So yeah, really excited for this one. This is another one of those coasters that kind of drew us to this park. I doubt it'll be as good as Untamed. That's literally, I think, my #3 coaster in the world now, behind Taron and Shambhala, and then I think it's Untamed. But yeah, look at the speed of that lift hill. It's whizzing up there, not like Python at Efteling yesterday. It took an eternity to get up. But wow, look at all this theming. Look at that. And I think we can just go down this one. Oh no. Okay, so we figured out the queuing system now.
It's the most confusing thing I've ever done in all my life.
Because when we got to Untamed, he like asked us to see a QR code, and we were like, we don't have one. But it seems like they're doing a lot of virtual queuing, obviously because of COVID-19. But because there's no queue, he's just kind of letting us in because it's green, basically. So yeah, a bit of a confusing system if you don't speak the local language, but we figured it out. And a lot of Dutch people here do speak English, so it's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, really excited for this one. Look at this kind of theming. I mean, this doesn't look like theming, it just looked a bit messy, but this is bizarre. There's an escalator, but it doesn't look like it's even ever gonna move. This is like your worst nightmare, isn't it, Jess? She hates this kind of thing. So we just had our ride on Lost Gravity there, another front row ride. Really enjoyed that one as well. I would best describe that ride as, look at that down the first drop. Awesome. I'd describe that as a mix between Saw the Ride at Fort Park, the Smiler at Alton Towers, and the Swarm also at Fort Park. But it's just such a fun ride. Once again, just a lap bar, so you feel so free. But yeah, really enjoyed that. What do you think, Jess?
Oh, it was amazing. And like the way you go upside down, it makes you feel like you're upside down for a really long time. So I just felt like I was hanging there. It was really cool.
Once again, a load of airtime on there. And the lap bar just helps so much because you feel so free. It's a shame that we don't have lap bar coasters in the UK, really. Yeah, there's loads of awesome merch for this ride. Not the most scary of rides, but
it's pretty tame, it's fun, like it's cool to go
just around. The airtime you get, and that first drop really whips you down there, and then you go straight into a little bunny hill, nice bit of airtime. Really cool theming as well. I really like this park. And we literally didn't queue for that at all, like 5 minutes max. We've got a little freestyle unit over here. Big up Fort Park, we also have one of those. But yeah, we're gonna wander around and head to our next ride. There's a log flume there. So much to do. So our next coaster is going to be a Goliath, which is just behind me there, towering up in the air. Do you know much about this, Jess?
Not at all.
I mean, we can see it's a big boy, isn't it? But this is actually an Intamin like mini hyper coaster. It's 150 feet tall. It's one of the classic rides here at the park. Once again, just like bars, so really excited for that. And I feel like this is once again a bit of a Thorpe Park research as such, because a lot of people say Thorpe Park should get a big hyper coaster at the back of the park behind Stealth and Inferno and stuff, and this is 150 feet, so you know it'll be perfect height for Thorpe Park, just a bit taller than Swarm. So yeah, let's go and head on to it and see what we think. Our timer's up, so we can now check into the ride. Let's go onto Goliath. So we just come off of Goliath. That was a big surprise at just how good that was.
What you needed goggles. I couldn't see anything. It was good otherwise.
What was it? The hair was getting in your face?
No, it was just the wind. I couldn't see and I couldn't open my eyes.
Honestly, I went into that not expecting too much. Like, yeah, it looked cool, but I wasn't expecting anything particularly special. But I genuinely think that coaster could slip into my top 10.
It like pulled you over the top as well.
We were mid-train as well. It's not like we were either back. You've got a decent amount of force down that first drop, and then a lot of the hills afterwards, especially you can't really see them, but these hills here coming back towards the station.
Oh my gosh, those are amazing.
I was flying. And honestly, after this first drop, there's a few like helixes over the lake. Really forceful, really fun. Another fantastic coaster that I think, as I said, is in my top 10. Really impressed with that, and I genuinely think Thorpe could do with that as well. Like, incredible. Whilst we were queuing for that, we booked a slot for Condor.
Yeah, we did.
So I think we literally got 10 minutes. How long? 7 minutes, perfect. So we're gonna head over there. Not too excited for this one. This is an SLC, so the fun coasters might be coming to an end. This is gonna be quite rough, I think. But you've never done an SLC, have you? Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know if this is one of the better ones or one of the more painful ones, but we'll find out, we'll find out.
Shortly.
I'm excited for it nonetheless. But yeah, 3 coasters down, and all 3 of them have been absolutely incredible. I think all 3 could potentially be in my top 10. Right, let's head to Condor. So we just had our ride on El Condor, and I'm very sad to say the streak of amazing roller coasters came to an end after that one. I think that facial expression sums it up.
Been scrambled.
I'm trying to dig through for some paracetamol in here, because honestly, it was a painful ride. I was going into it expecting that, to be honest, and it lived up to expectations. It's a Vekoma SLC, suspended looping coaster, and boy oh boy did it hurt. It just shakes your whole body. And
I'm gonna have bruises everywhere.
Honestly.
My ears are so sore because I've been like knocked around.
Nice padded seats, to be fair, but honestly it doesn't help too much, because by the time I was at the bottom of this first drop over here, I was just waiting for the end at that point. I was just bracing myself for the inversions. It's a very pleasing coaster off-ride. Like, I love the unique colour scheme, and I think SLCs do look quite nice off-ride, but they just don't ride very well. They're so rough. So yeah, I doubt we'll even go on that again today, to be fair.
Nice.
But as soon as we scanned our virtual queue for that ride, we went and got another one. So next up we're going to be heading on to Xpress, platform 13 I believe it's called, not platform 15, the classic Fright Nights Horror Maze. I think this ride is essentially Rockin' Roller Coaster but outdoors.
I think so.
So
looks like it.
That's really cool, because obviously I've done Rockin' Roller Coaster at Paris, Disneyland and Florida, but yeah, this one's I think pretty much the same, but it's outdoors and like over a lake, so that's cool. 8 minutes past 7 already? Right, come with me this way. You join me on your tour of the now infamous Sleeper Express. So we're now heading on to Xpress, platform 13, not platform 15. Very excited for this one. Pretty cool theming. Don't really know what the story is though. This is a bit spooky. In the queue we were looking up the storyline for this ride. And it's about like a crashed train. Oh my god. Is this a maze? Like... Oh! That was amazing! This is mad. So we've just been on Xpress platform 13. The streak of amazing rides is back. What do you think of that, Jess?
I loved that pre-show, and even like the theming within the ride, it was really cool.
So
that was amazing.
I'm gonna put a spoiler warning in this vlog, I think, before we actually go on to that. I've decided, hopefully I did. If you go into that ride not knowing anything about it like we did, it's incredible. Yeah. But yeah, eventually you do get to platform 13 where you board the train.
Even that was like really cool.
Even they open the doors into the station, then you go in, then the ride itself, launch through a cool tunnel, great lighting effects. The layout, it was pretty much exactly the same as Rock 'n' Roller Coaster. It was really interesting actually being able to see that layout outdoors. The ride itself was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, the ride was pretty good.
It was a little bit rough,
about the theming that was...
But yeah, honestly, the storyline, and then once you come into the brake run, something else happens. I won't say what. I really want to say what, but I'm not gonna, because I shouldn't be spoiled that ride. I know, really fantastic ride. Definitely down to do that again. It won't have the same effect because we'll know exactly what's coming, but no, the whole atmosphere within that building that they created was really cool. Yeah, really unique theme, really cool, and they pulled it off really well. So yeah, very impressed. And as soon as we got into that queue, we started off the virtual queue for our next ride, Speed of Sound. So we'll be doing that in a little bit. But I think we're going to head on some of the smaller rides at the park in the meantime. Do you mind just showing them the virtual queue system? Because I know we've mentioned it quite a bit in this vlog, but we've got a bit of time now to show you what it actually is. You've got all of your rides here, and if you click on one, say Lost Gravity, then you can start the virtual queue, or you can buy Fast Track if you want straight from the app. But if we was to start this now, we'd be waiting an hour and 12, but we're currently waiting for Speed of Sound. So we got 27 minutes to wait, so that's so calm. We literally started that as soon as we went into Xpress.
Yeah, that worked pretty well actually, because it was supposed to be a 58-minute queue, so our wait in Xpress and our ride and everything.
Yeah, we started that.
Half an hour of what we were supposed to wait.
We've waited half an hour already for the next ride whilst we were queuing for that. So we just had a little ride there on...
Towards the ride down.
There we go. Exhilarating, wasn't it? Jess is loving the music. They don't actually play really themed music in this park. It's just a lot of chart stuff. And I'm going to carry on talking so I don't get copyrighted by George Ezra?
Yes.
George Ezra. But next up we're heading on to Speed of Sound. Jess is very excited for this one.
I'm so excited.
Because
I was for this morning.
You get to go backwards.
Yeah.
We went backwards yesterday on Max
but
of Max and Maritz because we broke down on it. But today we're going to be properly going backwards on this Vekoma boomerang known as Speed of Sound. I believe there's onboard audio on this as well. Yeah. So there is. She's telling me. Okay, so let's head on to Speed of Sound. So we're just having a bit of lunch now, but we've just had a ride on the Speed of Sound. Let's go straight to Jess.
I liked it quite a bit. It was a bit like bumpy and stuff, but I mean, the launch was pretty good.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty good ride overall, even with the bumps.
I think that's the first ever Vekoma boomerang coaster I've done. I've done other boomerang coasters like Rake at Phantasialand. Had some nice trains. It had the new modern Vekoma trains that they've got on like Space Mountain and Python. And yeah, it was quite forceful on that drop down. It's just, it was a bit rough, as you said, on like the Cobra roll. But as a theme, as a coaster, I enjoyed it. As an overall experience, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. And now we're just, as I said, having a bit of lunch. We've booked in a slot for Untamed though, for after lunch, so we're really excited for that. But yeah, that's in like an hour and a half or so, so we're just gonna eat our hot dogs and I'm sure we'll wander around the park, might go on some of the smaller rides here, and then we'll be getting on to Untamed. Right, let's have some lunch. So that is now all of the roller coasters here at Walibi Holland completed. Draco was actually pretty good. We were on the back row and we literally got yeeted down that main drop there. We were literally just talking on the lift hill.
Yeah, we were busy having a conversation. I got cut short.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
We've got a question though for any of you Dutch viewers. If you could let us know what the theme of Draco is, because we were trying to figure it out. Is it like a scrapyard, Jess thought? Because there's just this rusty train and the main roller coaster car is like a dragon that's like seems to be made out of maybe metal.
I don't know.
So if anyone could let us know in the comments, that'd be greatly appreciated. So yeah, that's all of the coasters done now. At this point, it's re-rides and all of the other many attractions at Walibi Holland. This looks awesome though. Unfortunately, it's closed. You think it's some kind of VR experience?
It's a VR experience. They had to close it because of COVID.
It makes sense, but the theming of the building is awesome. It kind of fits in with the whole lost gravity theme, with it being like sucked in. But yeah, that's a shame that that's closed. Hey ho, I think we're gonna go and get a super freeze Coke for you now though.
Because I really want to try one.
They literally sell them at our local theme park, Fort Park.
They've never had them when I go.
We've come all the way to Holland to try one. Just our luck. The Coca-Cola.
Don't talk to me about that Coca-Cola.
The Coca-Cola freeze unit was not working. So it doesn't work local to us, and it doesn't work in the Netherlands for Jess.
I'm starting to think it doesn't exist and people are just lying to me and telling me it's there.
I'm thinking it's just Jess that's the problem. But yeah, instead we just got some slushies. You broke the machine in for that as well. I think it's definitely her. But yeah, we had those in the beautiful sunshine, and now it's time to get back onto Untamed. As I said earlier, hopefully we'll get a ride towards the back of the train this time, because we had a front row earlier, which was amazing, but it'll be nice to feel that airtime a little bit more at the back of the train. Look how beautiful this ride is though. So yeah, we've been virtually queuing for this one for a long time, but now that we're in the queue we can start another one. So we'll do that. So we've just had our second ride on Untamed. Towards the back this time, we were literally 3 rows from the back. What a ride, absolutely incredible.
It was amazing, I'm literally crying, but I was like floating every time we went upside down. I was just there floating. You
said you preferred it at the back?
Yeah, it was definitely better at the back.
I completely agree. It's getting to the point where that might be my number 2 coaster, just behind Taron. At the moment it's Shambhala. But that's also because I've got such amazing memories on Shambhala. Like we literally went on it while the fireworks are going off. But I don't know, that is a real contender. I'm gonna have to think about this after our trip. But I've heard people before talk about RMC bruising, like on the shins especially, and I can now see where they're coming from, because
yeah, I can definitely feel that. I kept having to
you kind of push against it quite a lot. I'm not complaining at all. Like it's an incredible ride, and if that's the cost of the airtime that you get, then I'll absolutely take it. But
Jack was actually holding on to the seat.
I was holding on to the seat. Oh, honestly, you literally fly on that ride. Like, the airtime's just something else. I really want to get out to Steel Vengeance over at Cedar Point, which is like, I think the maddest RMC in the world at the moment. I could be wrong, but that's probably one of my highest bucket list coasters in the world. But honestly, it could be a number 2. Hopefully we'll get at least one more ride in it today, but incredible. We're now heading over to the Shot Tower, literally just around the corner. So we've just been on that absolute monster of a ride, Space Shot.
I liked it.
Just like this.
I always like it though.
Bloody terrifying, I can't lie. No, it wasn't too bad.
He was freaking out.
Yeah, I was so scary staying at the bottom. The feeling you got was nowhere near as intense as, you know, conventional drop towers.
I didn't even get anything in my stomach.
I think I just hate the anticipation of it about the launch. But once you're up there and like you were just kind of bouncing it wasn't too bad. I'd say that's definitely scarier than the one over in Ferrari Land in Salou, Portaventura. That also terrified me, but this one I'm pretty sure that's taller. Absolutely terrifying. But we done it, high five. Let's go. Jess has just made me go on that.
It was great fun. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely soaked. Honestly, I know there used to be a similar model to that at Chessington called Nemesis, and obviously Ripsaw at Alton Towers in the UK. They've got nothing on that. Oh. Honestly, watch this. I couldn't breathe.
I thought I was gonna drown.
It went on my nose.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, absolutely soaked. I'm not wearing any shoes, so that's good, but genuinely soaked. I tried to tuck my shorts up as much as possible. Good little tactic there, Jack. And it's kind of worked, but it's a lovely day, so not complaining.
With them.
I'm sure we'll dry off for a little bit. So we just had another ride on Lost Gravity there. Still a little bit damp, but the weather is beautiful. It literally looks like a coaster bot thumbnail, doesn't it? Sat on the wing seats there, didn't we? You said you prefer the middle?
I don't like the wing seats. That gave me such a headache. I was being thrown around.
I think I preferred the wing seat, to be honest, than the middle. It was a bit rough at that time. Just a bit more shaky, but I genuinely think that could also be a contender for a top 10 coaster for me. I really like it, it's so unique. And that first drop there, great timing on that. It's so good. Like, you literally get thrown down it, and then there's some great pops of airtime throughout the ride. It could genuinely be a top 10 contender. Where would you put it?
I think it could be top 10, maybe.
Yeah?
Possibly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a big think after this trip about all of my coaster rankings. But yeah, really enjoyed that. Do you want to try the Coke again, Jess?
Oh, no. I want to see it.
It's been quite a while since I last filmed. Since then we've got back on Xpress platform 15, platform 13. Yeah, it was great to get back on that as well. We were front row on that.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And we've just kind of been chilling around the park, really. We've taken our time. We booked one last ride on Untamed to end our day off here at Walibi Holland. But we've got a bit of a challenge now. For those of you that have watched my videos before, you'll know I'm a big Fanta enthusiast. And over here in the Netherlands, they've got hashtag what the Fanta. And you have to guess the flavour. So, do you want to crack it open, Jess?
I don't know.
Can I try? Okay, here we go.
There's apple, like a hint of apple, but there's something else.
Do we actually have a way of finding out the flavour, or?
I don't think so.
It is quite appley, but it's not just apple. There's something else.
Something in here.
It's quite nice though. Not one of the best Fantas I've ever had. That still belongs to Pineapple Fanta, big up. But yeah, very nice. We're just gonna have a bit of dinner now. We just got a snack from that place. And then, as I said, we'll be heading over for our last ride of the day on Untamed. Can't wait. What an incredible way to end the day there. Back row, Untamed. I'm in love with that ride, honestly. It's so good.
And because it was nighttime, the station had like lights flickering and stuff in it. Oh, it was amazing.
Incredible. I genuinely think that could be a #2 coaster for me. I'm going to have a think about it, as I said. But what a brilliant day we've had.
It's been great. We've gotten on so much.
I've literally fallen in love with Walibi Holland.
I literally just said I'm coming back sometime soon.
Such a great park. Such a variety of unique coasters. If you're from the UK, get on Skyscanner, try and find some cheap flights over here, because it genuinely is worth a trip.
It's definitely worth it.
And as I said, we were in Amsterdam and Jess suggested that it's close and we ended up here. So if you find yourself ever in Amsterdam, maybe just take a day trip. Yeah, hour and a half, 2 hours, public transport, and what a fantastic park it is. What was your highlight of the day?
I quite liked Xpress, to be fair.
Express?
Platform 13.
Fair enough, that was a really good one.
Good.
I was shocked at how good Goliath is. Like,
Goliath.
Definitely a top 10 coaster, but my obvious highlight is Untamed. Such a brilliant coaster. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this vlog. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going to be filming a load of other vlogs from European theme parks. And yeah, I film a load of UK theme parks as well. Fort Park, Alton Towers. Loads and loads of theme parks, so be sure to subscribe and be sure to leave a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. But otherwise, thank you all very much for watching this video. From Jess,
peace out.
It's a goodbye, and from me, it's a goodbye. Thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.
Dripped out, now I'm vibing. Link with the boys, jump straight to the island. Silkstone flex on a wave like tidal. Style so crazy, I hit it in a silence.